Hello, tenors and basses. Um,
Evening, Ben.
I'd like to spend the first sort of 10 minutes or so just singing through Way Over Yonder, and then we'll go back to Somewhere Only We Know. Um, I'd like to take our time over this recording. So basically, what I'd like us to do is kind of like what we did for Thinking Out Loud, where we all sort of sent in a little audio recording and then we went through it in our sectionals. I kind of want to do the same thing with this before we start sort of officially recording it, just so I can hear what everybody's doing and see if we can iron out and talk about a bit of like the detail of it before we start recording it. So your obviously next sectional is today, so I'm not asking you to record it in the break. So 29th, if you could send me an audio recording, don't worry about video, just an audio recording for by the 29th of March. I'll send out an email with all this information on it. And basically what we'll do is just start singing. You can start singing before, but I'm only interested in from the double bar line on page 2, basically where it goes off into harmony, because I think what we'll do for that first page is we'll have a few solos. So obviously if you are wanting to do a little solo, have that in your mind as well. Haven't decided how many yet, but there's 7 phrases in that first section, so we can have each singing a phrase depending on how popular it is. So have a think about that. But in terms of your audio recording, just start recording from page 2, that double bar line there. So just set up your track and audio record from there to the end, please. And then what I've done slightly differently in sending it to me, previously, obviously, I've said just either WhatsApp it to me or we transfer it or email it to me, because I've got so many choirs doing various recording projects and it's just getting a bit crazy, my email with loads of people from different choirs sending in tracks and everything. What I've done differently this term is I've created a Google Drive upload link, which is a lot simpler than it sounds, which basically I'll put all this in an email, but it looks like this. Let me just share my screen. So you click on the link, and then this comes up. Obviously here it will say just a cappella, Way Over Yonder, instead of jazz choirs sing a song. And then all you do is you can either click and drag, so you can either sort of click and drag your recording into it, or you can press this sort of select file from your computer and then get your file and select it, and then it will upload it for you. You think you have to type in your name and email, and then it will upload it. And it basically, what happens is it just collates everybody's recording in one folder in my Google Drive, and then I can just hit download and have the whole thing there, instead of me having to sort of download each individual track. Worst case scenario, just WhatsApp it to me and do what you did last time, so don't panic about it. But if you can work that link, that would be absolutely fantastic. That would save a lot of time. So yeah, if you can do that by the 29th, that would be brilliant, please. And then we'll just go through some detail, and then we'll do the recording for good. Even though it's sort of not the official recording, do treat it like the official recording, because if it is really good, I might just use it. Do you know what I mean? So just really do treat it like the real recording. Don't worry about doing a video, as I said. Okay, let's just sing it from start to finish then. And go over any bits anyone wants to go over. So it goes way over yonder. Here we go from the top.
Way over yonder is a place that I know, where I can find shelter from the hunger and cold, and the sweet tasting good life is so easily found. Way over and shining golden, shining right down on me. Then trouble's gonna lose me, worry leave me behind, and I'll stand up proudly in true peace of mind, talking about way over yonder is a place I have seen in the garden of wisdom from some long ago dream. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way to the land where the honey runs in the rivers each day, and the sweet taste in good life is so easily found way over yonder. That's where I'm bound, way over yonder. That's where I'm bound.
Okay. Is there any sort of bits that anyone wants, any questions that anyone wants to go over on that? um.
So, Ben,
Mm.
could you just repeat your original instructions on the quavers? Because I'm struggling, because the whole thing is generally at a slow pace. I'm struggling to make the quavers short enough, and I think you said you want them short, but I don't want to get it right and then find that I'm wrong.
Are you talking about the triplet
Right at the beginning.
quavers?
All the way through it. Way over yonder. Do you want it that short, or
Yeah. So
does
if that basically, you don't want it to be like staccato. You don't want it like to jump at you. So like, but just like what you did. Let me just find. So like, yeah, from the beginning. Yeah, way over yonder. But you don't want to. It's very easy if you have something short to accent it. So you don't want to go yonder. Do you want to do that yonder? So just keep it exactly the same, keep it relaxed, but then just sort of come off the note gently at the end, if that makes sense.
and then again when we in the next phrase where we start with the quavers.
For the is a place that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a triplet quaver, so that's even quicker. So instead of like if I do the next phrase first, so where I can find shelter, that one would just be 1, 2, where I can find shelter. 1, 2, from the hunger and cold. But then if it's got like a line and a 3 on it, that means it's a lot quicker because there's 3 quavers being squished together into one beat. So that rhythm would be 1, 2, 3 is a place. Okay. So if you think of it sort of sneaking in before that main first beat. So if you just take away is a 1, 2, 3 place that I know. Okay, but then 1, 2, 3 is a place. 1, 2, 3 is a place. So it's kind of like just before that fourth bar, but going into it. Is a place. So 1, 2, 3. Is a place that I know. Carrying on 2. Where I can find shelter. Oh, 1, 2. From the hunger and cold. Triplet. 2, 3, and the sweet tasting, and the sweet tasting good life. And again for that life, just a crotchet, so not a quaver. Good life, and make the vowel rounded, because life, just saying life normally is about a crotchet in this tempo. So good life. Life, just like that. But don't make it good life. Yeah, don't make it staccato and accented.
All right, thanks
Yeah.
for that.
Cool. So I think, yeah, like with all of these sort of quavers and rhythms and things, we want it that sort of that gospel sound, I guess. And how they achieve a really good blend and groove at the same time is keeping it really sort of airy and really soft, but really accurate. Like maybe tomorrow, like everything's accented, but it's not forward, it's not aggressive, it's quite chilled out, but it's there, if that makes sense. To the land where to the land to the land where the honey runs in the rivers each day. 1, 2, 3, and the sweet tasting good life. Just quickly go over before we move on. Because I was singing that tenor part, and I just keep on getting that bit wrong. So page 3, just bars 50, 51, 52, going up to that note on worry. Just watch that. Then trouble's gonna lose me, and a 1. Worry, leave me behind. A 1, 2. And I'll stand up proudly. 1, 2. In true peace of mind. Talking about her. A little bit louder on the talking about her. Cool. Any questions then? Any other questions on any of those bits?
Ben?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear you singing the tenor part from That's Where I'm Bound. Can you do that?
The last 8 bars. Yeah.
No. Sorry,
No, not that one.
from 37. Oh, 31.
Yeah, where it goes into harmony.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the whole thing from there.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that's possible.
absolutely.
And then maybe the basses we might want to hear their one.
To where?
To the end.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, so oh, that's where I'm bound, from that bit then. Basses, I'll sing tenor part first, and then basses, see if you can try and sing along, yeah? To me singing the tenor part. So basses, oh, that's where I'm bound. I know when I get there. Oh, that's, here we go, after 2. A 1, 2. Oh, that's where I'm bound. I know when I get there. The first thing I see is the sun shining golden, shining right down on me. A 1, 2. Then trouble's gonna lose me, and a 1. Worry, leave me behind, and I'll stand up proudly. true peace of mind. Talking about a way over yonder is a place I have seen. 1, 2, in a garden of wisdom from some long ago dream. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way to the land where the honey runs in the rivers each day. 1, 2, 3, and the sweet taste in good life is so easily found way over yonder. 1, 2, 3, that's where I'm bound, way over yonder. That's where I'm bound.
That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you, Ben.
And same thing, just singing the basses now, just to the end. Tenor, see if you can sing your part along it then this time. So from 30-31, page 2, and then okay. Oh, that's where I'm bound, tenors. I know when I get there. Here we go, singing the bass time. After 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's where I'm bound. I know when I get there. The first thing I see is the sun shining golden, shining right down on me. Then trouble's gonna lose me, worry leave me behind, and I'll stand up proudly in true peace of mind. Way over yonder is a place I have seen in a garden of wisdom from some long ago dream. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way to the land where the honey runs in the rivers each day. 1, 2, 3, and the sweet taste, and the sweet taste in good life. 2, 3, 1, 2, is so easily found way over yonder. 1, 2, 3, that's where I'm bound, way over yonder. That's where I'm bound. That's where I'm bound, tenors. Yeah. Cool.
You want it louder in the talking about.
Yeah, just a little lift
and
there.
you seem to maintain that volume until almost to the end. Was that deliberate or?
What, just singing there?
Yeah, and with
Well,
and
yeah,
with
that
us.
was because I was just trying to do loads of things at the same time. I wasn't really thinking about that.
You don't want it. You don't want it maintained at that level, then.
No, well, just
Yeah.
sort of go with the flow, go with the piece really. So like the talking about is sort of a lift in it really. Talking about away, and then when it sort of changes key, it sort of lifts up a little bit as well. There's not much dynamics to it, I guess. I guess with this piece, it's more feeling, it's more expression, rather than this is louder than that.
I think the key change would be a logical place to put it
Yeah,
up again. Because that's a
absolutely,
sort of like
definitely.
expression of hope for tomorrow, isn't it? It
Yeah,
fits the words.
absolutely. That's definitely louder. That's definitely stronger, that bit. Yeah.
Could we just do the bass jump in 109, 110 again, please?
Of course we can. Yeah, absolutely. That's nasty. So that's where I'm bound. If you think of it, because it's a seventh, so you can either go sort of up an entire scale, so da ba, and then go down one note. So that's where I'm bound, kind of thing.
That helps.
There isn't really, or actually, the tenors are singing your note. They're going, that's where I'm bound. That's where I'm, and you're going, that's where I'm bound. So you're sort of taking the tenor's note. So in the hall, you can be sort of like that, but in Zoom, you can't really do that. So yeah, that helps. Just that again, bass is that's where I'm bound, way over yonder. That's where I'm bound. Cool. Brilliant. Okay. Let's just spend the last few minutes then on. We've got our sectional, so we can go through it on that. Let's just sing. Let's just have a look at the final page of Somewhere Only We Know. Then, please, just that last page. So I was sort of saying to the sops and altos, this is definitely one of these arrangements that would be difficult to sort of happily say, okay, that's done on Zoom, because it is difficult and there's so many things. It's a perfect sort of weekend away chart because we can spend so much time on like sectionals and looking, at all the details of it. And it's like I said, like on my Tuesday night choir, we started the arrangement of Not While I'm Around, but Jamie Cullum's version of it, the Sondheim Sweeney Todd song. And it's beautiful arrangement, but it's really, really challenging, really difficult. So we've basically just put it to one side until we're back in, like we're off Zoom, because there is so much you can do really. But yeah, just take this slow. So just last page. Let's sing it with the track first, and then I'll just go through the parts again. Just quickly find it.
Getting older, I need something to rely on. So getting tired.
Okay, so bang on top of page 9, tenors, you've got somewhere to begin. Oh, yeah, and basses, you've got somewhere. Oh, here we go, top of page 9.
I need somewhere to begin. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
Okay, and just singing your parts. So bass, I'll start with you. Somewhere, top of that page. 2, 3, and somewhere. Oh, talk somewhere. This could be. Oh, somewhere we know. Yeah, and just there's that horrible rhythm on that second line down on that page bases. Just watch that bar 60. Somewhere this could be. Oh, somewhere we know. Nice breath before the we know, actually, there. Just so we've got enough breath to hold that last chord because it's quite nice. Where we know. Cool. Tenors, that bit. Somewhere to begin from bar 56, 2, 3, and somewhere to begin. Oh, minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. Oh, somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. I mean, that's just a horrible line because everyone is slightly different. Really evil. This arranger hates tenors, obviously. Andrew Russell. It wasn't a tenor.
I've really struggled to get down to that A that we keep having to go down to, but actually when you get it, it sounds great, especially with the basses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It sounds really, really nice. But it's just so awkward, isn't it, to sing to pitch. Yeah, we can carry on looking at this. We'll just sort of spend a lot of time on this page and the previous page and little sectionals. Cool, brilliant. Let's have a short break. Thanks, everybody.